and
should be
does
able
whatever, God will bless it. But I'm thinking that is it that men grow up to become, like, I'm sorry to use the word useless, men who do not provide for their family? Is it that they grow up to be like that, or they just change suddenly? Because I think that a woman should have seen some red flags.
Exactly.
For instance, all your wedding expenses, you single-handedly married yourself.
We paid the bride price.
We are coming to that. We are coming to that. The oneness I made mention of is making the children know that their father is still around, referring them back to their father. That's what I mean. Referring them back to their father. That means there should be oneness. The man is the head of the home. We have established that.
Not only the father.
So
if both of them are up
so if these children
there
are coming,
times the children goes to the father. The father will tell them, go and meet your mommy.
mother.
Because the man knows she can handle it. So when it's becoming too much, you go to your father. Depend on the higher earner. So that is how it should be. But where the problem comes from is this. Just like Mrs. Ajibade said, some of our ladies, even during courtship, they buy shoes, they buy clothes, they cook. How do you expect a man who never for once knows that cup of gari is 15 naira, then after wedding, you now expect such a man
to provide? He has mastered.
In fact, you have carried it and you will carry it for life. It is only with God's divine intervention that family pattern will change.
So the women somehow, before marriage, or even in their marriage, set a pattern. And along the line, they get frustrated and wanting things to reverse back. It will not happen that way. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. So who tells you? Look, I am not emphasizing that women should sit down, not doing it, because we all know that your husband cannot provide your wants. Because we are species that every day you want to buy this. You want to buy brown, you want to buy purple, you want to buy green.
It's not even the issue of your husband cannot provide. Our maternal instincts will not allow us to sit down.
So
we want to provide. We want to care.
During courtship, you have to clear that line. Draw the line. Let the man know that this is what he is coming to me. Not demanding above his earning, like we have earlier discussed. You should know his earning power. And nothing stops you from getting married and trying to, if you can out-earn him, there's no problem.
And it's allowed.
It's allowed.
Because
overtaking is allowed.
It's not even overtaking. It's allowed because you both of you have joint goals. You have a goal, and that goal is to make the family work. So it does not matter whoever is earning high or whoever is earning. The most important thing is that both of you are on the same page and you are both contributing. The bottom line there is that let the both be a contributor to the finances of the home. I think that is the mark there.
Yes, I agree. There's a lady that said there was a time that she got overwhelmed by, working so hard. She have to even work extra hours because she's seen that needs are getting bigger by the day. So I'm coming to how women train sometimes
the men
to be lazy,
yes,
and be totally dependent.
Yeah.
Because it can happen. She said there was a time she was looking at their house, the TV, she bought it, the home theater, she bought, the rug she bought, the chairs she bought, everything. Once something gets bad, she won't even ask the man.
She goes
As in
ahead
no
to fix it.
And she didn't know that her husband did not like this. Even though somehow you are helping him, you have taken over his responsibility. So the man was making small money and he was giving it to someone who was looking up to him outside. So then she had to change. When their TV got bad,
She left it.
she left it. She would charge her laptop from office.
And
The
come back
children will watch cartoon
Through the
and
laptop.
then they go to bed. The man started coming home and seeing that this thing is not working. Some men will not even know that something is not working. You are fixing it. You are teaching the man not to. I didn't like it in the neighborhood where I grew up. I see women during Christmas. We go and they are killing, slaughtering goats.
Okay.
But as in, she'll buy the goats and still carry the goats to the market to slaughter. The man will not go and look for how these goats will be killed. And she kept on weakening the man until she stopped doing, he stopped doing anything. And later, the man got frustrated and left the marriage to a younger girl who
Knows
was
how to
looking
up to him.
So this man
A
will
younger
see
girl
one
who makes him to be the
challenging.
man
Yes.
he is.
Yes. So sometimes you go too overboard.
Extreme.
Yes.
In trying,
In trying to
Eh.
let me be the good woman.
not that. I think that is partnership, entering marriage with a partnership mentality. And when you don't know your bounds, you don't know your limits, there is nothing wrong in coming into marriage with that kind of mentality. You are coming in as a team. You mentioned that earlier. You are coming in as a team. What does team do?
Everyone
Supposed to do one thing or the other. But I think the women have more of that. We come in with that mentality. It's my husband. It's my home, our children, our money, our this,
because
our
they
this.
saw their
Mothers doing.
I think the male folks need to know that
Brace up.
somehow the women are taking
Over
their responsibilities
abilities.
and should get up. See, there is dignity in labor.
Exactly.
You see, when we were courting, when I was courting my husband, my family are kind of more privileged than his. So, but, and I was getting pressure from home that you want to marry somebody without anything. They even mentioned, there's a way they call it in Yoruba, that you that are coming from the rock, as in,
The ground.
there's no cushion, nothing. As in, you're just coming from, they call it Atapata Dide. I don't know how to,
Express it.
yes, to interpret that. So, but I'm not seeing, I didn't see his position, his condition at that time.
Because
I
he
was seeing his potential.
Yes.
And one of the potential was that one day, this guy, during his IT, he said, I want to learn how to make yogurt so that I can be putting it in coolers and taking to schools to sell. At first, I had two emotions. The first is, if my family gets to know this relationship is over.
cancelled.
But you see, the back of my mind,
You know that this one
I
is
kept
having someone.
smiling.
Yes.
I was happy, excited that I'm not going to suffer
in his
in this.
yeah.
And you see, I wedded while I was still in school. So as soon as I finished school, as soon as I got into his house, they forgot about my parents.
Definitely.
Yes, so it was not his responsibility
Responsibility.
years in our marriage, he kept on
Meeting
doing
up,
things.
doing what he's supposed
There
to do.
are days that he would go out. He believes that I must come home with something. There was a day he was sharing it in church. He's a pastor. He was sharing in church that after the whole day, he's not going home with anything.
Thing.
He knew that there is nothing at home. He must go home. He said he was at the park. He just thought about it that, hey, is this how we go home? What will my wife and child eat? He said he turned back and started blasting tongues. Lord, you have to provide. And God did provide. Because there is no one who looked up to
God.
who asked for help, that God will
Does not-
not, he will never put it to shame.
exactly.
So most of the times, it's because the man knows that my wife is capable.
She's capable.
And that's why.
Then
So
to understand
we
that
should not
God
be
blesses the
at
man that
that
provides.
level.
Things have
If you
changed.
are at that level, don't be comfortable. In fact, you can do anything. Anything legitimately
It's-
to provide for your family. It should be temporary. You see, there are some guys that when I go to the market, you see them, they sell soup ingredients. I'm drawn to buy from them because I love that they are putting this, I'm a man, aside. You see them shredding ugu. You see them milling your
things.
ogbono and egusi for you.
Exactly.
And these guys are graduates.
There's-
And they earn even more than what you that you are doing or you are looking for white collar job.
And there is this one I saw the other day. He was carrying about, what is it called? This pear. And the English that comes out of, that this one had gone through school. You see, on his head. I didn't want to buy, but I had to call him. I even bought for the home just to encourage him.
And that is how the man situation will change.
Exactly.
Because it's when you are sitting down or if you are among 5 successful people, definitely you become the number 6.
Exactly.
But so check you are looking for a job, you're always going out, not coming home with anything.
Check your cycle.
Yes.
Your cycle.
So if you stay long in a barber shop, you will get a free haircut.
Exactly.
So if you stay too long in among the people who what they do is play
drafts.
Oh yeah, push it to me. Give me one. You will
join them.
become like them. So don't be like that. Don't be comfortable.
And those people, like from your last story now, that guy, even by the time he gets married, he will not find anything difficult. Because his ego, he has let go already. Why? I don't know why I keep on going back to children, learning by example. There is this couple by Chunga, that Talakawa Junction there. They fry akara. People call them husband and wife. If you want to buy akara, you say, go to husband and wife, please.
Yes.
Their children are graduates. And if you see their boys, helping them to fry.
Even some of them
Even collect.
they are
junior
bankers.
office.
About 2 of them are bankers, and
Yes.
once they close from their office, they come to help their parents tie their akara. Here in this I know of them.
I know of a couple too. I believe that the woman will be the one making the okpa. By a bank, I don't want to. Yes, in this city. You see the man sits there. You can see them with heaps of buckets of this okpa. And they sell it daily. See, they are earning more than you.
That is
That you are earning 80,000 monthly. Or you are still looking for a white. So what I want to just say here is that truly the man, the male gender in our society needs to brace up.
Exactly.
Not repeat the same cycle of their home, their parents, that they are comfortable with the man. You see, with the woman taking care of everything. You can do things. These days, even while you are sitting at home, you can do something.
You can
People
earn
make
from home.
money now
home.
from home. And you see, I used to tell my children that if you need this money badly, you see, they're constructing houses. Construction going around in the neighborhood.
Yes.
There's nothing that says you should not join them. In the West, where I come from, you see women and ladies, they go and do this labor work. Labor, they go and join them. So why will you be so comfortable? You see, you earn the respect of your children and of your wife, your family.
Yes.
If you go out and get your hands dirty, even though what you are bringing
Is small.
is small, you are doing something. That's what should be the goal of every man until your change comes, just as Job said. But while you are struggling, keep doing something. Don't just go out and come back like that.
Right.
Don't go out and come back like that. Okay, what?
No school fees. No
Can you
food.
drive?
Early in the morning, you wake up and go and sit with a vendor.
If you can drive, why not look for how to drive somewhere
Around.
and come back? Use your vehicle and come back with something. There is dignity in labor. It does not pay. So, but then the women, we have talked to
The women
ourselves.
are not helping matters. Huh? Because the Bible says open rebuke is better than love concealed. When you think you are a Christian, should I say a Christian woman or a godly woman, and you are not helping your husband to get out of poverty. I said this before during the last meeting. You do it respectfully. And you cannot get married to a man that you cannot talk to. It means it is not God that sent you there. Gradually, communication is key here. You must talk. You don't talk and keep quiet. For the sake of those coming after you, you must talk. Do it respectfully. The women should stop their oversabi lifestyle. In quote, so that my in-laws will call me a good woman. It's a lie. You are killing their son.
And sometimes it's deeper than that. You know that
Yes.
some women would rather have their husbands poor so that
They can be able to
can control.
control
Yes.
the affairs of
the
the
reason,
home.
not just because they believe that if you are rich, you will not become public
Property.
property. So some
I-
women,
and that is the reason why when they have higher income, there is nothing wrong in helping establishing the man, helping the man with something so that his own income will step up.
yes,
But because of this mentality they have, what they have, the motive they have, they will not do it. They will prefer the man to remain the way they are. They like it, they like the status quo, the way it is, they like it that way. So they want the man to remain that way because they have an interior motive.
and another thing is that maybe like some people are in relationships that really limiting. For instance, maybe your husband has job opportunity outside your city. Maybe just 1 hour drive outside the city. Insecurity will not allow some women allow their husbands to take up sub jobs. And because the man is in love, oh, my wife does not want me to go.
He will stay
I want
at
to
home.
be a good man. I want to be, stuff like that. I think women, we're the one. And another thing is, my husband used to tell me that there's a woman, there's a family that they were so poor, the two of them. In fact, in their house, they have just a mat and a bench. But these people, they can pray. The woman prayed till their change.
Come.
So, I believe that if a woman too is not comfortable with it, you should pray. Because God, if you believe God answers prayer, God will make a way for your man.
Exactly. And because marriage is a union between the man, the husband, and God. God is involved. So whatever that comes out of it, you can channel it to the right source and God will answer. Thank you, viewers, so much for today's joining us today. We appreciate you. In conclusion, we can now see that the major cause of violence and turbulence in our homes is improper management of money matters. From our discussion tonight, spouse should understand that they have become one in all issues concerning family. And the men should brace up to meet up their role as the head of the home. And the women should know their limits and strike balance in exercising their rights in their home. When all this is adopted, the home will be a better place for all to live, and violence will be eliminated. The violence that threatens our homes. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you. See you next time in the next episode. Thank you. It's coming up a third Monday of every month. So please, the next one is a very important one. We want you to also participate. Thank you so much. Thank you for your cheers. Thank you for comments. And thank you for always choosing Verses of Gold. Thank you so much.